Hey, I'm Jeff. Welcome back to InfiniteLagrange. You know why you're here, so let's look at who tanked it better. Tanked what, you say? Why, it's 10 cast cruisers fitted like so. A bit defensive, eh? But there's 10 of them. That's 180 command points of pain. Speaking of command points, for this test, I'll be sending 35 command points of tank for each fleet. That's 12 armored FG-300s, 7 Krillian anti-aircraft cruisers, or 7 Krillian anti-aircraft, aka the Tiny Dancer, 4 Taurus originals, 2 Chimera heavy cannon cruisers, because they're the same as the original, but with bigger bullets, 2 CAS, 1 ST-59, 1 Siege of Uranus. I spec these tanks into tanky for as much as 30 tech points, and given there's a cruiser and battlecruiser meta at the end game, I think it's a good test to kind of refine from. Also, here's what I'm missing in my blueprints: the Armored Ruby, Defensive Taurus, Armored Eris, Armored Chimera, Eternal Storm, Constantine, and the modules for those battlecruisers, defensive ones at least. Now, on to the fireworks. Starting up on our display here, we have the FG-300, the Krillian Anti-Air, the Chimera, the ST-59, and the CAS. Right away, you're going to find these FG-300s are getting wiped. They are just getting erased super quick. Cheap ship, they don't even really dance too much. They don't, once they go red, they pop. And then right closely behind them is the Taurus. Not a very defensive ship. Here they go. Boom. They're gone. And even the CAS, not much further behind those Taurus. And up comes our Siege. Now, here we're kind of into the real contenders. Not far off the CAS, we lost the Chimera. And the Siege and the ST are doing great. You can kind of see with the Krillian Anti-Air is that there's a couple that just survive with a sliver of health, right? So all those 10 CAS that are beaten on them, they have to switch targets. And out goes the ST-59, and we're down to our 2 main contenders. You're really seeing those strategy of the big evasion pull through for the Krillian to kind of keep them away at a sliver of health. And those CAS have to constantly retarget. Now, the majority of the CAS damage is missile based, so that helps the Krillian definitely dodge a lot, because I do have their slow weapon dodge picked over their extra missile evasion. But the Siege, it's straight up armor. Being able to tank the majority of the damage per hit is really shining through. So the ST, I think, could have reasonably stood up a lot longer too if it had more armor on it. It was just the 30 tech point cap. Now I'll take a look at the outfit for the Siege. It had 315 armor. It had the missile evasion tech to max, and those are kind of the 2 main things that would help it against the CAS cruisers swinging at. It also had, it didn't kill a single CAS in the fight, so there was that as well. And here you have it. And that was kind of where I could fit 30 tech points of battlecruiser's power, even though I lost 10 to the weapon system. Let me know if you want to see the same test, but with some other tweaks. Jane.